Okay, this is Unit 15, our last unit for this Autocad course. Can't believe it's gone by so fastly. Let's get started. We're going to finish by creating a kitchen elevation and talking about a few Autocad commands that we haven't gone over just yet. And so you will need to download the window drawing to your desktop and then print your kitchen elevation so you can follow along. So let's get started. Where we left off the last unit, we had completed all the furniture and the drawings of the kitchen. So let's work on a kitchen elevation. So we're going to make a copy. We'll erase all this that we don't need. And we'll start with this wall. So let's rotate it around so we don't get confused. Alright, so we're going to draw lines. Let's make that a wall interior current layer. We're going to draw lines from the corners of our wall. Draw our baseline so we'll match the properties. Our ceiling height in this house is 9 feet, so offset 9 feet. We'll match the property of the ceiling to the walls and then fill it. Okay. Alright, so here are our cabinets and appliances and the plumbing. We will start with the corners first. So we have two corner cabinets. This is the corner cabinet. Let's make a copy of that because I know we're going to need that for another drawing. So how you know how it goes is this is the side of the cabinet, and because you wouldn't see a door on the side. So we'll mirror that because it needs to be the opposite, like so. Okay, next we have a the dishwasher. The sink cabinet's right here. We only have one, so I don't have to make a copy. And then we'll make a copy of this 12-inch cabinet. Alright, so these are cabinets without the countertop. They should be 34.5 inches from the floor without a countertop. And when you put the countertop on, so we'll draw a line for our countertop. You will make the countertop 1 inch, so offset 1.5 inches, so 1.5. And you'll trim that off, and you will match the properties of that. Now, you can draw, if you were not going to put tile, and a lot of people do tile now, if you were not going to do tile, then you would draw a 6-inch backsplash, but we're doing tile, so we do not have to draw a backsplash. But the wall cabinets are usually 15 to 18 inches above the counter. I like 18 so that you can get blenders and mixers and things on the cabinet without bumping into your wall cabinets. So we'll offset 18 and we'll draw a line so I think I've got things off just a little here. Okay. We draw a line. Okay, so this is the wall cabinet. Mirror that. I think I'm off on that cabinet. Okay. We'll fix that. Okay, so we've got that. We're going to make a copy of this 12-inch wall cabinet and a copy of the 24-inch wall cabinet. And we will be placing a window. So if we insert lock browse in that window drawing, and okay. Now, I guess you're thinking, okay, she's not showed us how to draw angled lines yet. You notice the pediment above this window. You can draw angled lines by clicking on the screen and doing Shift at, and let's say I want a 36-inch line and it'll be less than 45. That's how you draw angled lines in Autocad. So it's that at the distance you want, less than 45, or whatever angle you want to put in. Okay, so we need to correct this. We're going to explode it, and we're going to stretch it. So we're getting another command, stretch. We'll click here and go at 3, less than 0. Then on this side, at 3, less than 0. Whoops. Not less than 0. Okay. Stretch at 3, less than 180 is the opposite. So now we have a 30-inch cabinet, and we can match the properties and move that into place. Still didn't quite work, did it? And I did undo. Okay, so I need a 2'8", actually 2'10". So 2'10". Um, okay, I'll stretch it again. And erase this. Okay. Now we can move it into place. Alright, excellent. Okay, so that has our elevation for the sink wall. Let's move our sink into place. And it sits on top of the cabinet. And we will move this out of the way for a few minutes. Okay, rotate the line. Offset 9 feet. Billet. Match properties. Okay, move our refrigerator here. Okay, we're going to copy this. Because this is correct, we would see the side. And then we need a 24-inch cabinet right here. Didn't quite get that on top of the line. Okay, line, offset 1.5 for the countertop, trim it. Okay, I can make a copy of this. Move this, copy this. And we'll move this little cabinet above the refrigerator. So now I have that wall done. I'm going to draw a line. Just any arbitrary line. It doesn't have to. And we're going to move this over here. Okay. Rotate. We're going to draw a line up. May have to move all this down. Offset 9 foot. Okay, fillet. Okay, we're going to make a copy of that. Okay. So I can erase this line now. Alright. Okay, so we have our 24-inch cabinet with drawers and our stove. And this 12-inch cabinet. So we'll move this 12-inch wall cabinet. This small cabinet will go next with our range hood right below it. And then this 24-inch cabinet. And we no longer need those pieces. We're going to draw a line, offset at 1.5 for the countertop, trim, and we'll have to trim it off of the stove. Draw a line right here to here, and we'll match properties. And we can now erase this. Since I'm not going to require you to do bathroom elevations, we can erase this and erase this line. So now we have our kitchen elevations. So we want to put in the tile backsplash, so we will change our current layer to Autocad, and we will put tile here and here, so we have a closed space. Enclosed space. If you don't have an enclosed space, it will hatch everything. Okay, so right here we'll stop the backsplash right here. And then over here where the window is, we will close up that space. Alright. We're going to do a diagonal wall tile. So if we click hatch, click this down arrow. Here is an ANSI 37. We'll have to change the scale. Let's try 24. Pick points. It's really kind of small, so let's do 48. Perfect. And in the areas that I want the backsplash, I will click and then enter. So now that has our tile in our backsplash. Okay. So let's click on our second furniture tab, right click, move or copy, move to the end, create a copy, okay. Make sure, let's see, we'll right click, rename, kitchen, click there, make sure you're on that tab, double click inside, and we'll do Z, enter, A, enter. And then we'll zoom around. So Z, and then click, drag a box. And now let's see if 1/8 inch is way too small. 1/4 inch. Let's click on I clicked outside, got out of the viewport. See, I get the blue triangle. Click back in, pan it. So I increase the size of the viewport. So I'm going to ED, kitchen elevation. Arc 5, scale 1/4 inch, okay. go to our tools, palettes, tool palettes. Make sure you're on the annotate tab. Remember, you have to, if it's not showing, you right click down here and choose annotate. We will pull out the drawing title Imperial, put it on layer Anno symbols. We're going to scale it, so scale, enter, click on the a base point and do 0.75. So we scaled it 3/4 of an inch down. Okay, we're going to ED. Scale would be 1/4 inch space equals 1 foot dash 0 inches. This is the fridge wall. Copy that. ED. Sink wall. View 2. View 3. Stove wall. Let's go back and instead of fridge wall, refrigerator wall. That way I can show you that if the text goes over the line, you want to click on it and see the little blue arrow. You can drag the line to meet it. So like this, these lines are way too big. You can turn off your F3 first, and you can drag those down. Turn back on your F3. All right. If we go to the first floor plan, then you can pull out this call bubble, put it on Anno symbols. We'll scale it, so scale 0.5. So we have a copy of this one and this one. So we'll click on it, drag the little dot, drag on it, drag the dot down. That one's correct. I'm just going to move it a little bit up. Okay, so we started with the refrigerator wall, so ED, that's view 1 on page 4. Excuse me, 5. ED, view 2 on page 5. View 3 on page 5. Okay, let's go back to model space. One more thing that I wanted to show you here is you're looking at the side of the cabinet. You will see the side of the countertop sticks out 1 inch. So if I draw a line here and offset it 1 inch, so I'll do the same here. Here. Offset it. And erase the original line. Okay, that's correct now. Then we want to show where this is open. If we were to cut through there, you'd see this would be open, this would be open, this would be open, open, open here, but not open here because you see the side of this cabinet. So when something is open like that, you show it with a hatched diagonal line. So hatch this ANSI 31 here. We want the scale to be 24, so we're going to click maybe even 12. Much better. Click here, 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 and this countertop is cut in half. Okay. Realize this cabinet is wrong. There we go. We stop the cabinets. They don't turn a corner here, because you wouldn't want to see the back of the cabinet sitting at the dining room table. Okay, so you would see the side of the cabinet here, but if we cut those, they would show an opening. So that's telling the contractor this is a cut. This is not a solid. And you'll notice too when you're doing hatching, if you hatch more than one item in a setting, it's like a block. So my tile is a block, and that's a block. You can explode it. If you explode a hatch, you get a million lines. So you want to try to avoid at all costs exploding hatches. So that looks better here. We didn't poche our walls. So if you were to go in and turn off using the light bulb, you're going to turn off the A-fern layer and the plumbing layer. We could go in and hatch the walls with a solid. Sometimes it can be finicky. Okay, and turn back on your plumbing and your furniture layer. So it makes quite a difference in how well this floor plan is read than we had before we did the hatching in it. Back to different commands. we saw that I believe we have completed using all of the modify commands, except for align. And if you have an angled wall, so let's do at 12 feet less than 45, and you wanted to place a piece of furniture on the wall, and you could rotate it and try to mimic the angle. I'm fairly good at it, but I've been doing this for 16 years. And not great at it, is it? You can align, so let's undo that. You want to, if I use the command align, so that's AL, I'm going to select the object that I want to mimic that angle. Then it says specify the first source, so I'm going to click here, and I'm going to click here. The second source would be this. I'm going to match this corner to this line. Then I hit enter, enter. And that aligns it to the angle. So we've talked about the utilities, the paste. If you're working on a huge drawing, and from time to time drawings get really big because of all the work that you do. If I, like that drawing that I just erased, it stores it in the database even though it's no longer in the drawing. What you want to do is occasionally purge your drawings. So if you type in purge and then purge all, it will get rid of a lot of garbage that you no longer need in your drawing. Sometimes your drawings will act up. Windows is an unstable, as best they try to do to improve it. Windows is an unstable environment. Sometimes Windows and Autocad don't get along, and you get issues with your drawing where it'll just crash on you. You can type in audit, AUDIT, click enter and say yes, I want you to fix any errors you find, and it will run an audit through your database and will fix problems. And see, I didn't have any problems. I was lucky. That's another good tip to have. It's also when you're completed a drawing, they take a lot of RAM to store these things. Again, you want to purge and audit your drawing before you save it permanently to a flash drive or to your computer. Just good AutoCAD maintenance. Well, this has been fun. I hope that you have gained a lot of information about AutoCAD. If you have questions further down the road, feel free to email me. I will answer email at 3 o'clock in the morning. I love CAD. And I'm always learning. You can't possibly learn this program. Still at 16 years, I still learn things new all the time. So feel free to email me. And thank you. Be sure to save your drawing and post it on Unit 15. And then there will be a proctored exam that you will have to take to complete this class. Thank you very much.